just the skin. The skin would have all this robust herb and garlic flavor.
Shit, it's green. Mr. Barbavera says, how did you do on your first real-life driving test? Did you ace it? So here's the thing. Every driving test has two parts. Part one is the on-paper questions. Part two is the actual driving, in-person driving. So, if you guys don't know, I was the valedictorian of my elementary school and my high school, all right? I'm very good at studying and memorizing things for a test. Okay, I'm just really good at it. I find it very easy. So, I took the whole book that they had given us, you know, stuff that you needed to know for the test, and I basically studied the shit out of it. They do the test, and I answer all the questions correctly based on the information that was in the book. And then they oh, you failed the test. What do you mean I failed the test? You failed it miserably. Well, can I see it? Yeah, so here's your test. Here's all the answers you got wrong. And then I proceeded to say, no, the answers are right. Apparently your answer key's wrong. And the guy's like arguing with me. I said, all right, well, let's take an example of this question, right? And he says, okay, so here it is, and here's the answer. And I said, here's the book, and here's the answer right in the book that says what I picked, not what your key says. And he looks at it and he goes, well, I have to go by the key. So you failed and you have to take the test again. So I told my parents they were not happy because basically you had to pay to take the test a second time. Come to find out, this driving school was actually infamous for flunking people the first time every time. So they would force you to do a second test and make more money. Pretty fucked up to think about, right? So the second time, miraculously, I aced it. Wow, isn't that funny? How the first time I flunked miserably, the second time I aced it. Then the driving test in person, okay, was interesting because I was so nervous because I was good at like pull-in parking, but I wasn't good at back-in parking or parallel parking. Keep in mind, this was the era before they had backup cameras and stuff on cars. So I was nervous about the other kind of parking. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, right? So they outright said, you're going to have to parallel park, you're going to have to back-in park, you're going to have to do all of this stuff on the test, so you better be ready for it. So I was really nervous about it. And finally, the day of the test, torrential downpour rain. Like so heavy you could barely see anything in front of you. So I'm out in the middle of a parking lot trying to do a driving test. I can't see and the teacher can't see. And they didn't cancel it. They said, no, we're going to keep doing it. So I was like, okay. So I did the rest of the test, and basically it was just driving around the parking lot, doing basic turns, and doing like a pull-in part. And they just said, we're not going to do the rest of the test. You lucked out because it's pouring. You will have to do it. And I was like, all right. And I passed that on the first try. So I flunked the written test the first time, but then miraculously got a straight A, score on the next one. And then I basically didn't really have to do a full in-person driving test. They gave me like the discounted express version of it. So there you go.